Let the celebration begin.
I did what some people would call the impossible. I predicted the playoffs from start to finish. Like, it literally happened this way from start to finish. I don't have a huge following, so not too many people know, but it seems that all of them wanted to know, how did I do it? Is it luck? Is there a formula? You got people on the inside? Do you see the future? Yes to some and no to some. But I tell you, this is how I predicted the 2022 NBA playoffs. Let's go back to where it all started. In April, everybody in the sports world were putting in their picks. They spoke on who they had and why.
Milwaukee over the Heat in the East. I'm going to say the Suns over the Grizzlies in the West. And I'm going to, you know what, Skip? I think it's going to play out again. I'm going to say the Bucks over the Suns in the NBA Finals.
Give me Memphis in the West. Give me the Heat in the East. And I'll just say on just sheer experience, just on the Pat Riley factor, I will take Heat over Grizz in the finals.
The Bucks are the top, the casino, the sports book pick to win the East, and I happen to agree with that.
There's just something about this Phoenix Suns team. Yeah. I just don't think Golden State is going to get it all together. I think the road is too difficult. Again, all the respect in the world for that group, I don't think they do it this year.
Well, I ain't betting against these Golden State Warriors, bro. And ain't no there's no shade. There's no shade on the Phoenix Suns.
So, of course, if I call myself a YouTuber, I got to put in my picks as well. I wrote down all my picks and procrastinated on the graphic, but something told me, man, Low, hey, bro, go ahead and put it out. You know what I'm saying? So I made sure I go ahead and put it out. You know what I'm saying? I put together a whole video that was uploaded to this channel with my predictions. And then I even decided to post the graphic itself on IG. Even though some of them, the series was not in my favor, but let's be honest, how hard was it to predict the first round? We can all say, if anybody wanted to, that I just picked the highest seeded team. I didn't actually notice it until it happened, and I was like, I guess that's nothing to brag on, you know what I'm saying? I got the first round right, right, you know what I'm saying? I only picked the best teams, you know what I mean? But then round 2 started, and then the upsets began. Now there's a balance of best players or best teams. Now, if the teams are sort of close or close in any way, it goes down to the best player because that guy's just going to win it. You know what I'm saying? I picked this before the round was anywhere close, so I definitely had no idea Ja Morant was going to get injured. But there's only 10 people on the court. One guy can make a huge difference on the court or off the court. So being close can hurt you if the best player is on the other team. So in the West, the teams to me were so close. It went off of just who the best player on the court was, you know. I mean, I picked Steph before I even knew Ja would go down. But hey, it happens. I picked Luka when it came down to Mavs versus Phoenix. And this could have been me picking with my heart over my head, being that I am a Mavs fan. However, I also chose Steph, and they match up against the Grizzlies for the same reasons. Remember, I picked pre-injury. What teams can move the ball and get it to their best player regardless of the situation? The Warriors are the best in the league with ball movement. And the Mavs always get the ball to the man they want to shoot. Chris Paul handles the ball for Phoenix, and he gets it to whoever he wants to because, I mean, he's CP3. He can do what he wants. But the way they done played this game all year in the NBA, too many people I see just standing around and just watching on defense. So whoever moves the best usually gets the best shots. On the East, I picked Miami over Philly, which honestly wasn't a pick people agreed with because of whatever talent that they had over there in Philly. However, as I said before on this channel, bro, I do not trust Doc Rivers as a head coach. No offense. He has so many teams with so much talent, he wasn't able to win nothing but one with 4 Hall of Famers on that team? Just one? Come on, man. So many blown 3-1 leads. Bruh, that's coaching right there. And on different teams.
Well, it's easy to use me as an example, but I wish y'all would tell the whole story with me. All right.
Plus, I'm also one of those people who believe it's really hard to win deep in the playoffs with James Harden, who usually just seems to run out of gas every time, if you ask me. Also, nobody's giving him those easy fouls he gets throughout the year because, I mean, the teams, in the playoffs, they let him play a little bit rough. And the team itself had barely even been there together for a few months, with the James Harden trade and everything. So with Coach Eric Spoelstra and Jimmy Butler and these guys who still remember getting to the finals in the bubble where they lost to LeBron and the Lakers, hey, they were so looking to get their get back. Now with Boston and Milwaukee, remember now, I made this pick before the second round even happened. I didn't expect Middleton to get hurt, nor did I want him to, but him not being there definitely changed the game, and I think this is where luck had to play a part, people. Yeah, pure luck, because Giannis was out there playing like he was the best player on the court and really doing damage. And I was really hoping they was going to have like a little bit of finals fatigue, like when I was making this pick, you know what I'm saying, at the beginning of the year or whatever, or playoffs or whatever. And every team does that. Every team just don't go back to the finals back to back, I'm just saying. And I also felt that Boston moved the ball in a way that kept them getting, just real good shots, you know what I'm saying? And they can hang with them defensively. As I said, with Middleton being out, I may have just gotten lucky right here. Now at this point, I'm really trying to spread the word, but not a single person is listening and clicking on anything, you know what I'm saying? But I'm feeling good though at this point. Don't ask me how, but with the 4 last teams, it didn't look like to me that it could end in any other way. During round 2, I was on live, on a live on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And I was just in the comments, and I was telling them that the Suns were going to lose to the Mavs. And dude was like, being Showtime, shout out to Showtime, you know what I'm saying? Showtime on Point Sports. He told me, hey, if they win, come back. We got to talk to you, man. I like to talk to people who know basketball. So I was like, all right, bet. Well, of course, we know what happened. Mavs won. So I came back and started doing the live, and getting on his live, and I try to tell people, hey man, y'all can go see. If you don't believe it for yourself, check my IG, check my this, check my that. And hey, word was trying to get out there, but nothing. And now we at the conference finals, and as much as I love my Mavs, I just knew the Golden State was going to be able to figure this out in a way. The Golden State Warriors always had someone to defend on the wing, and they had so many options. I wasn't sure who it was going to be, but I knew at the beginning of the playoffs they was going to find their guy, and it just ended up being Andrew Wiggins. That boy had Luka nervous at times, it seemed like to me. And you can't really stop most of these players in the NBA. So all you got to do is really just irritate him enough to slow down their offense. And that's exactly what they had him do, and they did that. The Warriors moved the ball so much better than the Mavs that, again, it's the number one way to get an easy bucket in today's NBA. Everybody just stands around. In the East, I knew before the playoffs began, regardless of record, and Miami being the number 1 seed in the East, Celtics are a better version than the Heat. These are teams that both have multiple players that can switch on multiple positions, and now with 2 of the best defensive teams all year, you know what I'm saying? However, Boston has more two-way players, people who can play offense and defense. Miami has players who play great defense and okay offense, and then they have players who are really good offensively but not the best on the defensive side of the ball. This could be a problem when the ball moves back and forth as much as it does in the NBA game. And it was because of Boston's players that are good on both sides. Shout out to Jimmy Butler for almost killing my bracket, but then just giving it right back. So at this point of it all, I've tried to spread the word, but no one's hearing it. But my bracket, it's flawless. So far. Now, Golden State and the Celtics. pick it before the playoffs, man, my deciding factor was that the ball movement I have expressed throughout this whole video. The Warriors are unmatched in ball movement. I feel like as if they would tire out the Celtics with the high level of condition these guys showed game in and game out. Now, I do feel like that's exactly what happened here, but anybody who plays ball, you know, when you lose your legs, bro, you lose your shot. It's hard to make shots tied, and that's why the Celtics missed shots that, you know, they normally would have made. I wasn't worried when the Warriors lost in game 1. Being the first game that they've lost at home in the playoffs, man, that didn't bother me at all either. You know, I knew that eventually they would just tire these boys out. In a 7-game series, the better team will win, and with the experience that they had, it was just amazing. Regardless of what players did what, they averaged around the same amount of points every game, because as a team, there's not one team that's as consistent. I'm just saying. And that's exactly why the Warriors won the 2022 NBA Finals, and more importantly, how my bracket was 100% correct from start to finish. Now, am I saying that this exact idea will work next year? Hell no. Oh, and I know you're wondering how much I made off this. Nothing. Zilch. Absolutely nothing. That's why you gotta share this video. I wasn't confident enough in, you know, in my pick to just bet on it. But next time, I will be. Share this video to anyone you feel want to help support by leaving a like, subscribing, and commenting, or hitting up the Cash App you see on your screen right now. Put bracket in there so I can know, you know, just what it's for, and I'll shout you out when we go over the next video, or if we go over this next video. We'll see how big this video get. But anyway, man, shouts out to my day ones, man. I appreciate y'all for checking out each and every last one of my videos, man. Y'all already know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's only so few of y'all, but let's get that number up. Let's get my day one number up. You feel what I'm saying? Let's have some day twos. That's what it is. We need some day twos around here. So share this, spread the word, get us some day twos. Let's get these numbers up, man.